Well, the Bears made news this week by hiring a new GM and coach, same names as their previous GMs and coaches. Matt and Ryan are replaced by Matt and Ryan, which is, I mean, what are the odds that could possibly happen?
I think maybe was it Sister Margaret who owns the Bears or whatever?
I don't know.
Virginia,
Virginia,
Virginia McCaskey was
might be-
like, it's too hard for me to remember these names now. Can you just get a Matt and a Ryan again?
Ryan Poles is the new GM, and Matt Eberflus,
who
I believe
sounds
that's Dutch.
I've watched a lot of Dr. Seuss movies with my kids, and it sounds like a character from the Cat in the Hat movie. That's a Dr. Seuss name, and Eberflus.
It definitely sounds made up.
Yes, they are hired. I think the McCaskies got confused and thought that Ryan Poles was actually Polish, so they just went by the name.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Played.
I'll be here for at least 20 more minutes or so.
Maybe longer.
Maybe longer. The interesting thing, did you hear this story before we get into the underwhelming press conference, another underwhelming Bears press conference? McCaskey actually went and picked Ryan Poles up from the airport himself.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he commented in the how surprised he was when George McCaskey picked him up himself, picked him up from the airport. And I'm like, wow, really saving those dollars there, McCaskies.
Can't hire a limo service or anything like that.
Yeah, you're going to go pick them up yourself and drive them back in your Hyundai or whatever. How nice. But getting to the press conference, I don't know. Did you see it at all? Did you hear about it at all?
I heard a couple sound bites here and there, but yeah, you probably have a lot more knowledge.
It's just Matt Eberflus seems fine, but
defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator?
Defensive coordinator, and so it's getting back to when they last had their most success was when Lovie Smith was there. Lovie Bear, as John Madden liked to call him every now and then. Mm-hmm. Lovie Bear just made a great call, but like he was so cliche in the entire press conference. It's like he had just pulled out the book of cliches, such as when asked about the team, we're soulmates, but we're also cellmates.
Oh, God.
Answered Eberflus in regards to team chemistry. Then he also had the great, my next piece of advice for the players for sure is get your track shoes on because we're running.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So he's another one. He's already laid down the Mike McCarthy gauntlet. So it's perfect. We're going right into the Bears after this. He said, I'm the head coach here. I'm going to leave the offensive play calling to the offensive coordinator, the defensive play. So he's gonna be the figurehead. He's not going to get involved like Nagy did. He's going to be the umbrella above it all, making sure his house is in order according to his comments. So we'll see how that goes for him. Poles had one interesting comment, which I don't think it's up for grabs with the impending rumors again of one Aaron Rodgers going to Denver, which is the whole reason we thought they drafted Patrick Surtain last year. Which originally made me cry as a Cowboys fan, but then I didn't have to cry because thanks to that, we ended up with the best defensive player of the rookie class. So anyhow, I digress. He said,
how do we get back on the Cowboys?
Well, he always all roads lead to America's team. We're going to take the NFC North and never give it back. He comes out fighting.
We're taking the North.
Ryan
never giving it back.
Is taking the North and never giving it back. He's missing out on the fact that there's a storm rising in Detroit.
Oh God.
Don't
put that on us.
There's something else we are going to be talking about in a few minutes going on north of Chicago also. I mean, I think the only thing in question is, what is the future of the Packers, which does then essentially it opens up the North for all those teams.
But it makes, at the same time, Aaron Rodgers leaving might not make any sense, because why would he want to leave the NFC North? He is in the perfect position to dominate a division for as long as he wants to dominate a division. As every team is now rebuilding, has restarted. The Lions have a 1-year head start on the Bears and Vikings, but I mean, other than the acrimony we've seen play out between Rodgers and the Packers over the last couple of years, his motivation is not, it's got to be pretty small to get out of the shittiest division in football. So
yeah,
I can see why he'd look for greener pastures, potentially in Denver. I think Denver seems to be the landing spot for all, future Hall of Fame quarterbacks after their long-term relationships are ending. Case in point, Peyton Manning, and he's ending his career in Denver and winning a Super Bowl. So
right,
the precedent is there, but
yeah, I don't know why he's so keen on Denver. Why that's such a landing spot for him. But what it also does is Devontae Adams is like, well, I'm not going back to the Packers if Aaron's not there.
Right.
So that really, then that's a team in turmoil then, because you've lost your two biggest weapons. So we'll see what happens. But you got to in a way, you got to Poles' he came on with the throwing the gauntlet down, on that. The exact opposite of Rah Boy. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't have any ground to stand, or a leg to stand on, considering my coach has the famous biting kneecaps quote. So, I don't think we're going to take the North. Taking the North, we'll never give it back.
They're never giving it back.
That almost sounds like something from Game of Thrones or something.
It's very Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings or something. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know, but so that was there was also an awkward moment where I forget, Eberflus had said something, and it's almost like he paused for applause, and then literally said, "What? No applause?"
Oh boy.
So yeah.
Word Hole Media.